Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Power Network. I'm Amy. We've got new HTC police body cam to go over today, and this one is infuriating. A Nevada police officer called Christina. It's so immediate. It's just undeniably immediate. The tone he uses with Christina versus the way he treated Lauren is noticeably different. And once you hear it side by side, it's really hard to miss. We're going to break down the body cam audio, the language, the demeanor shift between the two interactions, and what the contrast really shows once you strip down the badge and just listen to it all. And yes, we're asking the very important question: did Gray Gray's change of top do the trick? Half joking, half not. You'll see what I mean when I show it to you. I'm rolling the intro while the algorithm pulls the rest of the family in. Power Crew, Power Dragonflies, and Power Replay Crew. I love you all.
Cavalier's drumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude, your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep.
Here in the essence of gratitude, I am so happy to be back here. Wow, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. I almost said Friday. On this Saturday, December's almost over. No, just kidding. Well, it's almost Christmas. We're halfway there, and I can't believe it. I've decided to do my live miss the true way, the 12 days of Christmas, and do it from Christmas to New Year's. So we will be doing live miss, but we didn't start on the 12th because we're going to do it a little different this year. Also, my mic is still muting, so there's that. In other news, my mic is still muting. Hi, Pet. Hi, Just Me 5927. So good to see you. Hi, Betsy Sue. You found the channel for the music artist? Yes, the music artist that I use for all of my music pretty much is Serena Matthews. She was a friend that I met when I first started doing my Para Women radio. When it was, we did paranormal and horror. I interviewed a lot of scream queens and horror directors, and we did paranormal stuff. And now we do true crime and paranormal. But yeah, and she has opened up her playlist to me. She, they're not copywritten and for me, and it's just been a real blessing. And plus, I love her music. I've always liked her music. So Serena Matthews is the artist. Okay, guys, what do you think about this police body cam? This one actually pisses me off. The one in the apartment made me hoo ha ha laugh wholeheartedly, but this one has a different vibe to it, and I don't like it. And I know, like, hi, Carolina. I don't like it. I think that, I don't know, maybe he went out to the panic room and broke some plates with them or something. Did the change in the wardrobe change do something? Because, like, what, it was like a shift. And it was a few days later, because we know that the police body cam that was in the apartment was said June. And then yesterday, watching it on Jay's channel, she said that July 3rd. So it was a few days between. So do you think that he maybe he broke some plates with them? The wardrobe change did it? Do you know what I'm talking about? The wardrobe change? If you don't, I'm going to show you. Never fear. I will show you. I just need to get my screen situated. Okay. He shows up and she's wearing this. And sorry, I didn't run it through a generator to, make it look nicer. I just grabbed some screenshots. But, I will put the links to everything that we view. And if you want to see it in its entirety, you can go over to the YouTube show notes. I put everything down there. We do it to cite our sources and for fair use. But he shows up. He shows up and she's wearing this. He goes out and what I assume calls Gigi and Christina and comes back and she's in this. Boom! She's wearing the sexy, which I thought, like, when at first I saw this, I thought, well, maybe she changed because like this was a crop top and she obviously looks very uncomfortable here, but she put on something even shorter and more low cut. What do you guys think? I think that was weird. And his change is even more weird, but maybe not. Because, I don't know. I think he was easily influenced. And Christina, she was perfect during this call. I don't think I could have been as calm as Christina. Yeah, go Christina. When I first started covering all of this, I was like, I wouldn't want either one of these people as friends, but I really take it back. I take it back after learning the whole story. I can't see what else Christina was to do. Like, what else was she supposed to do? Because she had become public enemy number one. We see in this body cam, this is all my opinion for educational and entertainment purposes only. It's my research. Go out. We urge you to go out there and do your own. She became public enemy number one during his body cam. And I get it now. What was she to do? What was she to do? Because these people were not letting up. And the person that they called the stalker was actually the stalked, the stalky. And it pisses me off. This one makes me mad, you guys. This body cam, this audio. I got really mad, like watching it yesterday. I almost had to stop and walk away because when I perceive police injustice, when I feel it happening, I just get so like, ooh, just because you can't do really anything about it. That's like when you've got to like let, time and space and legal knowledge and all of this play out. You can't fix it all in one felt swoop, right? And you've got to play the dance that this woman has engaged her in, and she had to do the dance. And I take back what I said. I would take Christina and all of those women, not Lauren already, but I'm like talking about the stalkers, the stalking crew. I would take them as friends in a heartbeat because they have been misrepresented. And I'm so glad that I've dug into this and really understood what, in my opinion, I understand what's going on here. What were they to do? It just was relentless. It was relentless. So this one I have a problem with. So you're going to get an angry me. I'm really pissed off about this one. So, my swearing, I will try to control it. I will. I will. Let me see what you guys are saying, and then we'll go into it. I would not want to be friends with any of these people. I would because these people obviously have other people's back, even though it would have been much easier to side with Lauren because she had the numbers. They didn't. So these, in my opinion, These are people of integrity, and these are people that I would want my back, have my back. I believe Lauren sent yes, we're going to talk about that. The Proton emails I have really been wondering about. The Proton emails have been weighing on me. I have started asking you guys lately, like, what's up with the Protons? Because with these people, anything that they focus on, like anything that they're really focused on, like focused on denying or focused on whatever, it means that there's shadiness around it. Like they like lead us right to it. They're Chicken Little. This, the sky's falling. The sky's falling. What's up with the Proton emails? There's something up with the Proton emails. I'm positive of it. I am so sure of it. I can't prove it yet. It's in my woo-woo body though. My woo-woo bones are buzzing. Something is up with the Proton. But I agree. Just me. What does that mean? What do you mean? Sorry, I just said a lot. So which part don't you understand? This cop seems like he wants to do the least amount of work. Then he has that one coworker that seems like they are always busy, but really get nothing done. Well, to me, he seemed like he wanted to do like the least amount of work, but then he got like really invested in it. He's telling her to go out and touch grass. And then the next thing we know, he's being a dick, a D-I-C-K to Christina. Wasn't like that with Gigi. Wasn't like that with Lauren. Wasn't like that with Dr. Yon. Wasn't like that with our Gray. But for some reason, Christina, did he get the Bobby Joe email that was sent out? Probably was sent out months before. I don't know, but it's ridiculous. But it is during this police body cam that I believe Christina became public enemy number 1. She rose to the top. She was lead stalker, OG stalker number 1. Congratulations, Christina. You did it. You did it in these wackadoos' minds. This made me so mad too. The cop made a fool of himself with Christina. She didn't back down to his intimidation. No, she didn't. And she was so good. And I was about to say, I don't know if I could have handled the situation as well as she has. And I have a degree in psych soc, and I've dealt in numerous situations where, I just don't know, because it just seems like they were relentlessly coming after her. There was the emails, or not the emails, the letters that were sent out to her parents. And just like, basically it was like an intimidation tactic was formed here. Like, they were trying to intimidate her, and she wasn't intimidated. And that's impressive to me. And she kept her wits. And she just handled it really well. But we're going to get into it. Hold on. And then after we get into it, I want to go over to some other channels that have also covered it, and we can look and see what they're saying about it all, because I like to weigh everybody's opinion and just kind of, figure it out. I like to take in other people's opinions, but sometimes I often don't like to take in their opinions until I am able to get mine out there, if that makes any sense, because I don't want to be influenced, but I also want to know your opinion. It was straight up intimidation. Straight up. Drink every time we say intimidation during this live. There were weeks between the cop talking to Gigi and Christina. No, there weren't weeks. Did he talk to... I got the feeling that he talked to... okay. Well, anyway, he didn't talk to Gigi the way he spoke to Christina, for sure. Something changed between Gigi's call and Christina. Yeah, something did. Yeah, he talked to he talked to Gigi the day that he went out and sat out in the car, the day that he came out to the call at Grayson's, and I said that was in June, and then Christina's was on the 3rd of July. So yeah, the cop was abusing his authority. It was like he drank the Kool-Aid, Lauren. I mean, maybe he like became Dr. Yan's patient. Maybe Dr. Yan started, coaching him or being his therapist. Grayson said they had more to lose and would be afraid. Christina challenged his she challenged his masculinity. And I think maybe that had something to do with it because she insinuated that he could be duped by someone, be duped by Lauren, right? So I feel like she also challenged his masculinity. She tried to back it up, which I think she did a really good job of backing it up and being like, oh, I'm so sorry that I spoke over you and insinuated, but okay, let me get it all situated and we'll go into it. And we'll go into the Proton stuff afterwards. I do have some stuff. I gotta share my screen, I guess. Let me share my screen. While we're doing that, if we could just start that algorithm dance party that I like to do and warm up your fingers and dance them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button helps me go out into the algorithm and party out there. Bring more people back. It's just a free way to help me out and it's really, really appreciated. Today we are coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So, what is the... Sorry, StreamYard is always changing things. They've been changing things on the regular lately, and it's giving me some prompts. Okay, useless prompts. So over on Hidden True Crime Chat, I wanted to, before we get into it, I wanted to, Henderson cop, any other contact with Lauren, and why did he flip a 180? So other people are really noticing that, like, what's up with this police officer? I'm so upset after listening to the Henderson cop calling Christina. There are some really unethical things he did. A cop threatening a woman that has done nothing wrong with criminal charges. I mean, and he couldn't give her the law. I just was screaming at the screen, give her the law, state the law. But he couldn't. Like, oh, I just Googled it and it was right there. Well, Google it again. It should be right there once again. If she screenshots and shares her own messages, and he was so mean to Christina for no reason. He was completely different with her than with Lauren. But the strangest part of it, early in the body cam at Grayson's apartment, he himself explained while sharing text messages is freedom of speech. That's why I think it was exactly intimidation tactic. He also explained that what Lauren thought was an illegal threat wasn't. I mean, she even called him for sorry guys, I am in the middle of a flare because I didn't have my meds a few weeks ago. And I had a stroke. And when I am in the middle of flares, I lose words. And usually I can... What is it when you... Extortion. She called it... Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. She called it extortion. And where's the extortion? Because when I heard it first being extortion, I was like, I thought extortion meant you were asking for money or money so you didn't release information. And where is that extortion? Who is asking for money? And even during the call, Christina was kind of like, you called me for extortion, but like, where is the extortion? But I mean, he didn't let her get that out. I wish that thought had been able to play out during the conversation. But anyway, but the strangest part early on the body cam at Grayson's apartment, no, I already read that, was an illegal threat itself. He shifted at the very end, but why? Did the part where Lauren love bombed at the end of the body cam work on him? Do you think it was the love bombing and the change of wardrobe? In the same way cops fell for Lori Vallow's flirty ways, had he talked to Lauren on the phone or in person again after the first response? It just seems like something happened. Yeah, it seemed like something happened. Something happened between when he told her to go touch grass and when he called Christina. It is actually quite scary that Lauren was successful at manipulating so many people in law enforcement. Terrifying, because they're using who they are. They're standing in the community, and I am not so sure that the Mormon Church isn't somehow backing this channel. I did manage. I did see Krusha. I didn't mean to say finally, but she finally saw my emails. I'm sure they got buried in everybody contacting her right now. So she managed to see my emails and she returned my email, but I haven't read it yet because I was getting this together. But so we are going to get together and do something on Mormonism, because I am not so sure that the Mormon Church is not somehow backing hidden true crime. Because how did they rise so fast? Because usually you like there were so many. Anyway, we're going to look into it. I'm not convinced, but this is all my opinion. This is all my opinion. It is actually scary that Lauren was successful at manipulating so many people in law enforcement. I can't understand why he was so patient with Lauren and Grayson for so many hours, but was so rude to Christina. I can't understand it either. That call left me in such a rotten mood. It did too. It made me feel sick. I was really pissed off yesterday after hearing it. But thank you to Jay for bringing it to us. Really, really do appreciate all the work she's done on that channel. On bringing this to us, bringing it to us, and also not fussing when other content creators use her stuff, right? Not being like a Lauren. The cop was acting irrationally because Christina wasn't buying what he was trying to sell, and for good reason. Exactly. Don't they have any actual crime to investigate? That's what I felt. I felt like he was acting annoyed because he was even having to deal with it. But then all of a sudden, I felt like he bought the Kool-Aid and he was in. He was knee deep. They're talking about it here too. Disgusted, Gray and Warren more than HPD cop down. I am pissed. White rich females who abuse their power are disgusting. This is a lot of white privilege going on. I won't lie about that. For those speculating, it was, that's the proton stuff I want to go into later. Let me move that around. Please, Officer Pan, allow me to enlighten your incomprehensible brain. Lauren's word, I'm just using them. I don't make the rules. She does.
Okay. Well, there's between some other parties, there was discussion of, and a particular email that went out about some text messages that could be damning to her in a sense from her point of view.
Are you talking about the one Lauren sent herself? She sent it herself.
That's more proton stuff. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm getting my proton stuff mixed up with this. So anyway, people are talking. People are talking. You get my point. People are talking. Let me get... I thought this was an interesting little clip that Jay did. Does Lauren Matthias know how to tell the truth?
Contacted you based on her request to have a conversation with you and to basically say, hey, this is here's what it is in Nevada to break the law, and please don't go down those roads if you haven't, blah blah blah.
About today,
What?
about today, you sent her a cease and desist. You had the cops call Christina about stuff that you shouldn't be waving at her. You shouldn't be coming, talking to her. You should.
Did you hear that? You had the cops call Christina. Did you hear that? Keep listening.
You should be staying far away from her.
So the cops have nothing to do with what
I'm just saying, don't.
So in this case, I contacted you based on her request.
So cease and desist is nothing with Christina, and the police calling Christina. I didn't request that.
I hear that. The police calling Christina. I didn't.
So Lauren tries to tell them that she didn't ask the police to call Christina, but we see time and time again that this is all Lauren's doing. Lauren has burned her castle down. This is all Lauren's doing, all Lauren's lies. She's just one of those people that lie about everything. And there's no reason to lie about some of the things she lies about. You just can't trust those kind of people. And I don't want those kind of people around me. I can't stand it. I cannot stand a liar like that. She told the cop that they had a recording of Gigi. Yeah, she did tell that, and we haven't. Go back. Lauren is drinking a martini. Yeah, and she's making police reports drunk. She's just doing a lot. Like, what were they? I wonder what they were drinking before the police officer showed up that day to Grayson's apartment. Anyway, enough of this. We're gonna get into it. Enough of this build-up. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it, but we're just going to go over it together. This is commentary, so I will stop and start it, but I will put the links to everything we view. And if you want to go over and just watch it in its entirety, you can do that. And I'll put the links down in the YouTube show notes.
Good morning. You emailed that I missed your call because I didn't even see it till I looked at that email.
Yeah, no.
I need to refresh it really quick. Okay.
Good morning. You emailed that I missed your call because I didn't even see it till I looked at that email.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. If I remember right, it was a Google voice, so I know that can not work perfectly, so no problem. Just let you know. Yeah, just let you know I'm recording this conversation on my body camera, right?
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah, not a problem. So, well, let me go back to the original day of notes and whatever I got here. So,
You called me on the 20th,
yeah, it was
June 20th.
Yep. So, I'm guessing by now you have an idea why I called, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So what it came down to is
Actually, if you could, I feel like sometimes, the game of telephone happens. If you could just, I feel like, let's pretend I don't, because it could have gone through, who knows? With the game of telephone, things get rewired in the process. So I feel like maybe I should just hear it from you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you don't want to talk about what you've heard or whatever, or what you think it's about, that's just fine. So we had somebody report possible, I'm just kind of paraphrasing in a sense, not theft of text messages, emails, but basically copying and sharing.
I feel like Christina in no way said that she didn't want to share. She just wanted to hear from him what he had heard, right? Like, she wanted to hear the reason why he was calling, which is completely reasonable, but he completely switched her words to, okay, well, if you don't want to say, fine, right? So right off the bat, we hear defensiveness.
and threatening to use them to injure or, harm reputation pretty much, right? So.
Wait, hold on. There's been actual threats.
When I say the word threat, it's based on what they were saying. So threat by law, that depends on the state and what the definition of threat is.
I'm a little bit, okay, I clearly have no idea then what's going on. I guess, what's the definition of threat in Nevada?
Okay.
I literally have no idea.
Okay. So we don't need to go quite there.
I feel like during this whole conversation, all Christina is trying to do is get on the same dictionary as him, like trying to figure out what if they're using the same, what his sometimes definition of words to one person means one thing, and it can mean completely different to another person. Like a few to some people could mean two. A few to other people could mean 3, 4, 5, right? So she's just trying to get a common dictionary going, and he is becoming offended by it.
There, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not going to go into deep definition of this, that, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So somebody that you had worked for in the past, you were contracted to work with. Let me just get this straight. And I hate to say it, but we go from calls. So I don't want to make sure that I have
You're fine.
Get everything proper here. So, Lauren Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias, okay. So you were contracted to work for her, I believe. Is that correct?
No, I mean we were friends, and she asked me to do a few design jobs for her, and I said I would give her a friend discount, but I would still charge her. So I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a contractor for her. I was a friend doing a favor, and I obviously still billed for my time at a discounted rate.
Okay. So you knew her, and you did business for her, compensated for it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's between some.
He totally didn't hear the part that they were friends first, though. I mean, he is just he has drank the Kool-Aid. He had just been out to the panic room with her and Grayson and her sexy top the night before.
Other parties, there was discussion of, and a particular email that went out about some text messages that could be damning to her in a sense from her point of view.
Are you talking about the one Lauren sent herself? She sent it herself.
I just
totally flusters him. He doesn't know what to say about the Proton email, and that that Lauren basically is behind the Proton email. He's like, what? You can't consider that? You're a police officer. You didn't consider it?
Know that there were some text messages out there. She was concerned of being put out in the public.
Yes, but the email you referred to is an email that Lauren sent herself, as well as others, under a fake email address that was supposedly encrypted.
Yeah,
it was her.
Okay.
Point. He is clearly treating her like a trial tourist, and I mean, and is this how all of law enforcement think about us? Because that email that Bobby Joe with an I put out there clearly thought that Christina and all the other stalkers were trial tourists, just like, peons, little minions that come out to these trials, and we're just like, if they're not real lawyers and police officers and reporters. They're just YouTube minions, that like, or even artists. Like, I think Christina's an artist, so she, who is she?
Well, I don't know how you came up with that, but yes, it was by the email, Proton email, which is used for encryption purposes. Why she would email herself that, I have no idea. considering it went out to several people and she was extremely.
So my question is, why would Lauren shit talk people, officer? Do you have any idea why she would do that? Because, I mean, obviously you're the one that has all the ideas here. I mean, you don't think it's possible that a shit talker who's trying to cover her ass would email herself? You don't think?
Extremely concerned about the situation. So I don't know if you could enlighten me how you figured out she was the one that sent it.
Okay, hold on.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't want.
I want to, but here's where I'm nervous. Okay, like the level. I don't know what extent Lauren's gonna go with what she's doing, and I know that because a report was filed, you probably will report back to her on things that were said and things that were claimed. And I don't know if I want to play that. Like, I don't want to give away how I know that it was her who sent it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes complete sense.
Like, hold on.
I don't trust, I mean, I don't want to offend police officers either, but as a whole, I do not trust police officers. And I will tell you that I grew up with the police officer. So my ex-stepfather was a police officer. He was retired. My mom met him at the police department. She was a court stenographer, and he was the bailiff, and he was much, much older than her. And I've told you some of the things I witnessed him do, right? So I just really, I think a lot of people have a hard time trusting police officers, and even in witnessing this whole engagement, it doesn't make it any easier to trust.
They're number one. Like, I am really impressed with our due diligence here. Like, respectfully, like, I just literally even told my mom and dad thumbs up like a few days ago, like how impressed I am. Because you guys have, I've been really disappointed with my police department. So hearing from you guys follow up on a report like this has made me very impressed.
Well, thank you.
I'm confident, literally, really.
I'm like, I like to put percentages on everything, and I'm like 80% sure that they are backing their channel somehow. Which, I mean, this thought just popped in my mind. They better get them a PR person if they are, because that channel is going down in flames. You can still have a really large channel. Like, there is this one, I think her name is, it's not Conspiracy, but it's Illuminati or something like that. She has over 1 million subscribers on her channel, but doesn't make enough monetization to get paid every month. So she destroyed her channel by doing a lot of what Lauren does, shit talking, plagiarizing, stuff like that. And they're a channel that has over 1 million subscribers. And I have heard that they don't even make enough to be monetized, because you can have 1 million subscribers, but it's really engagement hours on a video that in a live that, YouTube will pay you. And if you can keep more engagement during your live, you'll get paid more on something. So the more engagement you get during your live, the more the video will make. And they're not even doing those lives anymore. And they're not getting those super stickers and all of that they normally get. And I think somebody said, I saw the other day, they lost over 10,000 people. And those are their 10,000 most engaged people. There's people that haven't even, they're busy. They haven't even signed on, and they don't know what's happening yet. They don't even know this is happening. So they're suffering. I promise you, they're suffering. No lives for a month now. And I mean, Lauren has said over and over again, we know she's the breadwinner. She's the breadwinner. So she's gonna, I was thinking, do you think she's gonna make Dr. Jan come back? Because I don't think Dr. John wants to come back. I don't think he does. I think he's in a ball on a, I think he's in a ball on a on the sofa, just rocking back and forth. And I also think that this, I'm just gonna let it fly. And this is just all my opinions, you guys. This is all my opinions. But I also think that I don't believe that she wanted to choose the self-exit route. I believe that we figured out that she woke up. It was very soon after this police body cam, this scene, this scenario, that he woke up. I think it was July 7th or something. He woke up and Lauren was rocking in the bed saying that she wanted to do the self-exit method. I don't believe that. I think she was using it because Dr. Yan wanted to leave her. We know that he left her on vacay, took the little boy, and, she didn't go on vacay. He said, figure out this shit. I'm leaving. The son doesn't deserve this. So I think she's using the self-exit method to hold Grayson, Yan, and her son hostage, right? Because who's going to leave somebody that's saying they want to harm themselves in that way? Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my woo-woo psych-soc background opinion, and dealing with human nature, and dealing with a BPT, and they will say a lot of shit. They will say a lot of shit. Lord help me. They say a lot of shit. So what do you guys think?
Anyway, but my problem here, I forget my ADHD just went off the thing on thinking how impressed I am of you guys. But my point is Lauren, I'm personally, the level of harassment that is going on from Lauren to others, it is unmatched. Like, background check her, because there's something like
What does Christina mean here? Background check her. What does that mean? Has anyone? Sorry, I'm burping a little bit. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me take a drink of water. I did eat before the live. Whew. What does that mean? Background checker. What are we going to find in a background check? What do you guys think? What does that mean? Background checker. Thank you so much, No Lovey 3477 for your $4.99 super sticker. They went from making a wealthy lifestyle, living to qualifying for SNAP income. Yes, and that's like, I don't want them to lose their income because I don't want their son to suffer, right? I feel very torn, but I also feel like maybe this isn't the job for them. Like, maybe do something behind the scenes. And then I had a funny thought. What if Lauren got away from the channel and they just stuck Dr. Yan up there, right? Can Dr. John save the channel? Because every time when people would talk to me about the channel, the hidden gems, they would all say that Lauren irritated them, and they all listened for Dr. John. I agree. No way would she hurt herself. No. This is sexism at its rawest. Turns out Officer Pond is just like a good old fashioned sexist. Like, he really fell for it. Maybe if he had saw Christina in person, though. Maybe if we had gotten Christina in a black tank top, low cut, our Christina, well, for sure, our Christina would have won. But I'm just joking too, you guys. I'm a Gen Xer, and I'm just joking. No one wants to listen to John's tangents. Yeah. Well, maybe the shine has worn away from Dr. Yan. Dr. John was my first big red flag. Never did trust that guy. Like, every time I listen to one of his lives, I'm like fact checking it. Like, you cannot choke. He says it's as easy to choke a person as it is to crush a can of soda. An empty can of soda at that. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Suggest running background checks on her and her family. It's just, I'm Yeah, I'm just a little nervous to volunteer much more information just because
Maybe
of the nature of.
Maybe it would have been different if he had spoken to Christina that same day. Let me pop me back a little bit so that we can. I spoke over her talking again.
I'm just a little nervous to volunteer much more information just because of the nature of her. I don't know how else to say it.
Okay. Well, let me think how I could do this to.
I don't know.
Ease your mind, I guess. So this is obviously across several states because there's several names that were brought up that live in different parts of the United States, right? So the concern,
Yes.
the concern that she brought was text messages that were supposedly threatened to be put out there, and once again to possibly tarnish her reputation. So, in
I've never screenshotted anything she has sent me. Like I've never.
Lauren is a life coach. I thought you knew. I actually didn't go through her book. I couldn't do it. I don't, like my hat's off to Jay for going through all that. I couldn't do it because Lauren infuriates me and that was just too much. Although I probably should to get to know the case a little bit better. But I feel like I know enough about Lauren and But yeah, she thinks she's a life coach. Can you imagine Lauren Matthias being your life coach? And can you imagine John Matthias being your psychologist? Woo! Woo!
I'm not worried about that at all. I can be very open with you. I've not threatened her. She has threatened me. And this is so interesting to me that I just don't.
And she says she threatened me, but he doesn't say, how did she threaten you? Totally lets that go.
Her game plan. I don't know her end game here. And it's
okay. Well, so where I was going with that is she has those concerns. She showed me an email that was, from Proton. So I did my due diligence as far as I.
We're having some lemon drop shots and we went over these emails. She showed me. We were at the panic room breaking some plates. I just created a whole scenario in my head.
Could and within the law of trying to see where we were at with what she had to say. Okay, so with that, once again, the concern of certain text messages and what it comes down to in Nevada is a phone conversation that is recorded. It has a two-person
your two-party consent.
Two-party consent, correct. So with the state Supreme Court also case law said that that includes text messages. So I mean, if you're
wait, do you have the citing of that? Because I tried to look that up after you called me, between the time you called me and we're talking now,
okay.
And I couldn't find the case law on that.
Let's see if I copied it down.
Because technically, isn't this you are the person in the conversation?
Here's the thing. She obviously has communications with
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. Waiting for you. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. Waiting for you.
have or had communications with you and others, and whatever was said in those communications is considered a private communication between those parties. All right?
Yes.
So if that private communication is screenshotted, like you brought up, not me, you brought up, is screenshotted and then shared, then you're basically violating Nevada law.
But what law? And how am I subject to Nevada law when I don't live in Nevada? Even if I were to do that, let's say.
Well, if she's here and, if she's here in Nevada and it happens, she's sending the text messages while she's here in Nevada, then yeah, it's Nevada law.
But I'm not in Nevada.
No, I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Okay, maybe there is one day I have to screenshot. I mean, I don't have anything damning on her, between me and her at all. But I I don't talk the way she talks. I shut that down so quickly when I first became friends with her.
Okay.
I call it a sliding glass door.
Well, then obviously you have nothing to worry about then.
No, I know. But I'm trying to understand though, but I might screenshot my conversations with her and put it in my Dropbox or something for in my files for security purposes, let's say.
Okay, but if you're not sharing them, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
But I need to know if I want to. What if I want to share them? At this point, I kind of want to.
I'm telling you, it's against Nevada law.
I know, but what's the case?
And then you said you don't screenshot them, but then all of a sudden you're saying you do.
Oh. But I kind of want to now. If she's kind of harassing me, so I feel like I kind of want to. But what's the law?
Well, if you need to, then file a report down there if you're getting harassed.
I did mute myself. I'm sorry. First, I said he needs to state his law. And also, how many times has he interrupted Christina during this conversation? And he's so upset that she dare interrupt him, right? How dare you interrupt? I'm sorry. It's my mic. It's got a short in it. How dare Christina interrupt him? But how many times has he interrupted her during this conversation? And you can't, it's like when he's acting like when your parents, you would say, when they would tell you something, you would say, why? And they'd say, because I said so. Well, sir, you're a police officer. You can't use that law. That's not a law because I said so, right? Give me the law. Sorry. I'm sorry that I keep getting muted too. Sorry.
I know, but what's the Nevada law?
Let me see if I was just doing some searching because here's the thing. I'm a patrol officer. I'm not going to toot my horn and say I'm the best detective or anything, right? So I had to do my due diligence and do some searching as well. So I didn't copy everything because we don't, there's so many laws that we just don't know them all, especially traffic laws. So sometimes.
Okay, but if you're telling somebody what they're doing is against the law, I keep coughing because I'm so mad. Hold on. Then you should have the law ready to go, right? To cite it. if she's breaking the law, then what law is it? Because the law is like there's so many laws. So if she's breaking the law, have the law cited and ready to go. Oh, golly, we're in the upside down.
Sometimes we need to, sometimes we need to do a little bit of extra searching and things like that. So let me see if I did.
I feel like to have a police officer telling me, because because to have a police officer telling me it's against the law to do that, I actually have several examples of her sending so many screenshots to me.
That's exactly why I don't want to say too much about police officers, because there are some really good ones out there. Like we've had Cowboy RC on, who was the next correction sergeant, and there's just some really good people out there. But then there's some that just really blow it and make it shoot. So hard on everybody. Sorry, I'm outraged, and I cough when I'm outraged.
From other people. So
well, then that other person would be the victim.
I could also inform that person that she would be the victim of this.
You could, yeah.
But my question is obviously you don't know the case law off the top of your head. I have an officer calling me, spouting something is the law, and I want to know what, so
exactly.
I can wait a second for sure. I know, I'm giving you grace here. I get it. You don't have all the, I can't even remember my kids' names in a row sometimes. I can't even imagine remembering all the laws. So I can wait a second for sure, but I definitely am curious.
He's like, oh, damn, she's calling me on this. Now I got to give her the law, which he never does. Spoiler alert. We never get the case law that he's citing here.
Yeah, let me.
The law is the mom and dad, because I told you so, because I said so. That's the law we're getting.
See if I can find it. See if I, because I did put a lot of stuff. So I did not take a full report, right? Because everything I had. See, are you telling me? So just let me ask you this flat out question then, since we're talking. So you have not screenshotted text messages and shared them with other parties?
I would answer you honestly here, so I have to think.
Never mind.
He jumps to conclusions. Here's another point where Christina's honestly trying to think, did I ever do that? And he's like, never mind. That says it all. You don't need to say anything more.
No, I quite possibly, I want to answer completely honestly.
Okay.
If I've done that with Lauren, I genuinely have nothing. I can't think of any moment I have right now off the top of my head. No, but okay. I'm 99% confident of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would hate to be I'm 1,000% confident and then be oh,
I get you.
Months and months ago, this nothing burger.
You are right. I get it. Yeah. What happened 5 years ago? 8 months ago, whatever.
Unfortunately, I was not friends with her 5 years ago. Oh. I bless the hearts of the girls who are, and I say that respectfully, not in the Southern way. I live in the South, and they don't say that in a nice way. I don't mean it in that Southern way. I mean it legit. I've cried tears for them with what they've gone through. So I'd say 99% sure.
Okay.
But okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to keep looking. Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't find it in
Because for me, as a person getting a call from an officer in another state claiming something is against the law in that state, I want to know the law. If I have an officer calling me,
yep.
Are you harassing me as the officer? I don't think you are. I'm just saying, I am on guard here, so I need to know what this law is.
He doesn't have the law.
Let's see if I can find it here.
It's the universal law of mom and dad, because I said so, Christina.
That's one thing that I didn't, looking through my notes, I didn't copy that exact one.
This is where I was screaming, what is the law? Tell us the law. I need the law. We didn't get it.
And of all the things I researched that day, that's one of them that I did not copy. So it's going to take me.
If you want to email me too, like you have my email address now as well.
And if he says he Googles it, and that's the first thing that pops up. So then just Google it again. Why? You know, it's the first thing that pops up, right? Wrong.
Yeah, I could. When I find it, I'll find it. When I find it, I'll.
Sorry. Also, I'm a little suspect of a police officer that is using Google to cite the law. Son of a bomb. Hold on. Okay. Anyone else? Who is this? What is this where we're at in this day and age? Is Google's our law professor now? I mean, call the somebody in charge, like prosecutor. Isn't that what they do? They call the prosecutor when they want to, like, I know that's what detectives do, but okay.
I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I know you had several questions in the email, so go ahead and shoot.
Yeah. What is the, like, what's the, did you say extortion, or like, what is the, isn't that the extortion someone trying to threaten for monetary gain or personal gain to some degree?
Yeah. Why are you asking that?
Like was there a threat in that email?
Why do you, I got a question.
He gets really weird about this question. He gets really weird about this extortion question. And what's so hard? Why can't you answer it? Because it is really strange. Where's the extortion in all of this? You called about extortion. So you need to tell her where she broke the law in extortion here. And you need to tell her what other fucking law you're talking about that she broke, because the law isn't like a universal thing. The law isn't just the law. There's laws underneath the law. So you need to cite the laws she broke, not the universal law of mom and dad because I said so.
So why are you bringing up extortion though?
Because you brought that up.
I did?
You called it extortion, unless maybe he didn't call it extortion. And because I know, didn't he have a similar conversation with Gigi about, like, this isn't, like, how is this extortion? So did Gigi call Christina and say, like, they're calling it extortion now? The extortion is a lot. Where is the extortion, and why is he getting so weird about it?
When did I bring up extortion?
I don't know. Maybe I don't. At the beginning, like you said, there's some sort of threat. Maybe was the word. I mean, I can't remember the exact word here, but that's the vibe I got. Like, what threat is the, or harm? Was it harm reputation? I'm trying to go back in my mind. Some sort, whatever the end game is. What's the claim here? Like, what is the?
I already shared it with you.
Oh gosh.
Oh, is that you only get to share it once? Is that how these phone calls go? Like, you only get the explanation once and you're done? You don't get any more? You can't go into it again? Like, what? Suddenly he's becoming a woman, like, I don't want to talk about it.
Like, I need to file them for your body cam footage.
Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to say.
Because I don't remember. I should have written that down. Okay, so in my email, these things are down. Clarification on the nature of the complaint made against me, including what, if any, statute or violation is being alleged. And then, You said you
Okay, so there's no complaint straight up against you. Your name was included in a list of other possibilities of a person that may have shared text messages that are personal to her in matter that could harm her reputation. So when that happens, it could be criminal. It could be. State of Nevada says you cannot share private text messages and private phone conversations. And then on top of that, if there is damages and then there's obviously harm intended, then you're talking about having a civil lawsuit coming against you for defamation and other.
So in my opinion here, he's not getting the threats out that he wants on her breaking the law. So now he's going to go into trying to scare her with a civil suit. He's going into plan B.
Okay, and then, so I'm not the subject of an official investigation or report. That's what you're saying.
So not at this time, no. So based on the information I initially had, so when we get a call for service, right? I'm guessing you don't do any of the stuff that she does, right?
I mean, I'm privately contracted by, and I do some work for, but I don't.
You do investigations though, or like criminal type investigations?
I'm on retainer. I freelance for them.
Okay, so but you're not doing like criminal investigations in depth ones like a detective though, right? Or are you?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay.
No, gosh, in my dreams maybe, but no.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because that kind of helps me understand the level of knowledge you have within this arena, in a sense. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I understand the true crime, like the true crime. That's why I'm asking for like these in-depth questions.
Right, and that's what I. So the questions were kind of odd for me, so I was like, why would she need this, whatever? So what ends up happening is we get a call for service, right? The call for service is for this, that, whatever. It could be petty larceny, could be, civil matter, could be, a number of things, right? So based on the call for service, the initial call for service, the initial notes for the dispatcher, we go to the scene and we talk to the individual, right? Based on the initial meeting with that individual, who will call a person that reports, it might turn into, yes, they are a victim, or maybe they're not a victim. So sometimes they say certain things and they don't understand the law. So we need to educate them what the law says. So if it is something that they talk to us about and there is proper,
did he finally email? Did we get the email then? I haven't seen the email. 97 Trinity says what he emailed was wrong. The case he cited was about intercepted text, completely different. I never saw that he actually emailed Christina, so I'll have to look for that. Because I was under the impression he never cited it.
Proof that a law had been, broken, then we'll take a criminal report. And the criminal report, so then they become a victim at that time. Otherwise, it's an allegation possibly, or something that's just unfounded, or something we just take the information and hang on to until something else comes to light out of it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So every call for service we go to, whether it's an accident or whatever, because even an accident, we might not give a criminal citation to, when I say criminal, a traffic citation. So every call for service that we have as a police officer, we go, we talk, we make sense of what the situation is, and then we take notes and go from there the proper direction that we need to go. All right. So not every call for service ends up being a report, and not every report becomes a true investigation. Sometimes a report is just documenting stuff, and it's a non-criminal report at that time. Based on what she was telling me, I
saw Christina and Jay's chat yesterday, so it's good to see these ladies are out and about. And when we have questions or whatever, they help us out. So I'm glad Christina is letting this stuff out, and yeah, I hope we get the text. I'm not really sure if we will or we won't, but like I said, I like to put my percentages down, and I think 70% chance that we might get some of those texts, some more.
There's absolutely nothing I had at that time to say that a crime had been committed, or for that matter, who truly committed a crime. because of the information that I had. Does that make sense?
Yep, I'm following.
So we will still make a few phone calls on that person's behalf. You know, let's say it's a neighbor, right? You know, apartment complex or next door neighbor, and they're having problems with the person down the street or up above them. Hey, we can talk.
But you should say that, because I do have something I want to look at after this is over. Lauren and Watch the Obsession put something together about some of Lauren's old investigative reporting. So we're going to take a look at that too today.
Document this stuff. I can call this person. I can stop by their house. I can talk to them. Do you want me to do that? Yes or no? No, it's just going to raise flags. I don't want to create any hassle. I don't want to do this. So therefore, no, don't contact them. I just want to document it. Okay, we won't contact them. You know, oh yes, please contact them. I want them to know that this is a serious matter to me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So in this case, I contacted you based on her request to have a conversation with you and to basically say, hey, this is, here's what it is in Nevada to break the law, and please don't go down those roads if you haven't, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, it's not necessarily an investigation. We're having a conversation and listening to what you got to say. She didn't even think you'd even possibly talk to me, and a couple with the other people that I called, same thing. So, and sometimes when this stuff is out there and I have a conversation with somebody, maybe people have thoughts of doing something, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea.
So he's saying right here, I'm calling to basically intimidate you into not doing something. I'm trying to cite some case law, like the universal law of mom and dad, because I said so, and you're not seeming to go along with it. So I'm going to try some civil suit stuff, and I don't know. I'm going to throw everything at the wall.
Just, I will be straight up with you. She has said some terrible things, and she is scrambling. Like, she has done some pretty freaking awful things.
Yep.
She is so nervous. And it's not me. I will let other people tell their story if they want. I have zero interest in sharing other people's stories or names when it's not my own. But I will say, from my own perspective, you are being used as a pawn in her game, and she is so scared that what she has said and what she has done becomes public information, because it is so awful. It is so awful. And that right there is why I'll talk to you. She doesn't think I'll talk to you because really I don't have anything to say.
Christina's basically saying what Lauren has done is so awful. It's so awful. And I've done nothing, that I have no fear in speaking with you. So the receipts are so awful. I have no fear in speaking to you.
Very clear from the beginning of our friendship. I don't talk shit on people. I don't want to hear anyone talk shit on anyone. Like, that is too heavy in my life. I don't want that. I like people. I genuinely like people. And I've experienced some people like this human being where, like, I come to a crossroads of whether I'm going to like people or not still, because, you know, one bad lemon or whatever doesn't make them all bad. But I'm just saying, like, she is terrified that the things she has done and what she has said is going to become public, and she's trying to scare people into silence, and you're being used as her pawn. So I suggest, like, I really would like to know what is the case law that is being used as this complaint, because in my opinion, it is completely unfounded and completely unbiased. And I'm ticked off that your good resources, because I'm not joking, like, I wasn't even saying that to, like, offer, like, a, you know, stuck up or brown nose to you. Like, you guys doing this is, like, so admirable to me, because I'm pissed. And I'm also pissed. I'm also pissed that my local police department freaking sucks right now. And, like, here I am.
I would be very angry. And so the little bird is done with his shower. I will try to keep him as quiet as possible. I know some people it doesn't bother and some people it does. I do my best. We're in a very small space and he is a free flyer. So he sleeps in a cage at night, and when I'm not here, but it's really hard. It's like I was watching a video the other day and there was this woman, her pet is a rooster. And she's sitting outside with the rooster, and apparently the neighbors don't like the rooster. Because if you know roosters, they don't just crow in the morning, they crow all the time. And I guess the neighbors don't like the rooster, and the rooster wants to be by her, and she was like trying to get the rooster not to crow. She's like, stop it. And then like 2 seconds later, it's just like, oh my gosh, that's like corralling cats. That's not gonna work. But anyway, Junebug, he's has entered the building.
Here, this girl has used her local police department as a pawn to scare people into silence because what she's done is that messed up. Officer, I'm so sorry, but it is so messed up. And guess what? I have zero desire to get anything out of her. Her reputation, that's on her, not on me. She can do whatever she wants with her own reputation, but she's done it. And if other people decide to talk about it publicly, I mean, I don't, whatever, but like, I just don't, like, you're just respectfully being used as her pawn to scare people. And I'm not scared, so I'm talking to you. Because I haven't done anything wrong. And so that's where I'm like, hey, if you're going to be, I want to know, like, you're being used as her pawn. What is the law that she is using? Because this is like, she has a pattern and a history of this. And I might not be an investigator, but I sure as hell am talking to people that have worked.
Timo likes being called a pawn. He's like very quiet here. He doesn't like it. She is putting his masculinity into play here, and he's not thrilled about it. I'm sure of it.
In her life years ago, that actually like live really close to me, or that I have millions of mutual friends with, because it's like, are you okay? Like, is this a pattern? Like, what's going on here?
Okay, so here's the thing. You're right. If she is using me, that is a shame, right? But once again, we go to every call for service and we try to make sense of it. Based on what I had.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
okay, so,
you.
but please listen. Please. Okay, you just talked. I let you finish. Just give me a second, all right?
And there were so many times during this first 41 minutes that Christina was talking and he interrupted her. He just didn't happen to interrupt her in that moment because I think he was flabbergasted that this woman dared to say that he was a pawn in this. I mean, he just went out to the panic room and broke some plates with them and, got to look at Grayson's change of wardrobe. I mean, what the heck? He's no pawn. Again, those are all made up. This is just me making things up. But obviously there's some flip here. And Christina doesn't know the flip, but she dares to call him a pawn.
I'm here. Sorry.
All right.
And
so it's straight, clean, cut, and simple, right?
You know what? This is a lot like Dr. John. Don't interrupt him when he's about to give his best answer ever. Christina, you will not be invited back on this officer's body cam. And she wonders why he never calls her anymore. Just kidding.
I wanted to talk to you. She asked that I call you, talk to you about the situation. You say you know nothing about it. Although I will tell you, you made certain comments that makes it sound like you do know a little bit of something. But if you're not willing to talk to me about it, that's it. I don't care how horrible a person you are, how horrible your friends are, she is, her friends. I don't care about that. There's a ton of rotten people out there, a ton of them. And people can talk smack about people all they want. It's a First Amendment rights, okay? It doesn't matter. They are shitty people out there, to include shitty parents, right? But until it crosses criminality, they're just shitty people.
And where has it?
So what I'm trying to figure out is, was there a crime that was committed? At this time, I don't have nothing, but she wanted me to talk to you and have a conversation with you.
You just told her she broke the law. So if you don't have nothing, How did she break the law? Again, it's just the universal law. She's doing something she shouldn't do because he said so. Because I said so. Oh, okay.
Conversation, and that's what we're having, okay? I'm not going to go deep into, answering all your questions on this. If these are the answers you have that you know nothing about it in a sense, and you're not copying them and sharing them, great. Now, if you do that, I would be extremely careful because, yes, it could pass criminality and there could be a civil lawsuit.
Now we're into coulds. It was positive before. It was 100% before, and now we're into coulds. It was 100% before. She broke the law, and now it's you could break the law. He's really backpedaling.
I just told you. They call us. They call us. She thought that.
Why do I have to repeat myself? I'm an officer of the law.
There was some criminal activity with this, so I go over there and I talk to her and figure it out. People do this all the time. They think something's criminal when it's not. They think threats and harassments are criminal when it's not. Threats have to be very specific in the state of Nevada. So sometimes we have to educate people. Okay? So she's not using me. Well, she may be using me in a sense, but my tactic is not to scare anybody. My tactic is to get information and go from there. Okay? Now, if you think she's using me and she's a rotten person and said tons of rotten things, hey, so be it. There are a lot of rotten people. Look at.
She is using you, and she is a rotten person, and she has said a lot of awful things. So, I mean,
politics.
Look
at the congressman. Look at all of the political people.
How are we getting into politics over this?
People up in Washington, D.C. Lies coming out of their mouths all the time. The news people. Propaganda, news, lies all the time.
I mean, Lauren is the news.
So, yes, there are a ton of horrible people that say horrible things out there.
The real news, the for real news, not the fake news. She's the real news because she's, with the news.
And if she's scared of being outed, very possible.
Terrifying.
If her livelihood depends on it, I can see where she would be very, very concerned.
Boots.
All right. But once again, she asked I call you, have a candid conversation, and be like, look, this would be against the law in Nevada based on this. And then that's it. You are across state lines. I told her, says, if you got that much concerns and everything else, go to the FBI. Get them involved because you got interstate stuff going on across the states, and it's involving the internet with certain things. So maybe the FBI needs to get involved. So that's where we're at. Do you have any other questions?
No, I just feel really awful for interrupting you earlier.
I love that she goes into this apology about this. It softens a little bit, but I mean, she shouldn't even have to do any of that. Hey guys, I just took a peek and there are 255 of you watching and we only have 105 likes. So could you give the girl some love? Take a moment and leave your DNA. And if you really like my content, maybe share it to your favorite platform. We're coming to you today on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks, guys.
Well, that's okay. Thank you for apologizing. Everybody has emotions when it comes to certain things. What this comes down to truly is if somebody says, this is kind of me taking myself out of the officer's role in a sense. If somebody says rotten things about somebody else, they're just a rotten person. Cut yourself off and let it go to the wind. But if there's anything being focused with that,
it's not just rotten stuff that she says, it's rotten things that she does, because we know Gigi said this woman tried to affect my channel in a negative way. She tries to take people down. It's not just she says rotten things. She does rotten things.
Pushed out to help harm them. There's multiple people that are being harmed and not just the one person, and is it worth it? Is worth all that aggravation, all that bad juju and all the tension and everything else really worth it? Sometimes it's better just to what I called in the military, cut sling load and let it go. You know, or in church, bless it and let it go. So
I am on your same page here.
but
I do like that.
but so it's not worth getting entangled in this and having it go to a level where maybe all of a sudden she gets just enough, whatever that is, and does a lawsuit against you, and then you're paying out of your butt for a lawyer to, you know.
I know his advice to Christina is awful, just awful.
Defend yourself. I mean, politics. They did that to Donald Trump. Threw a bunch of stuff at him, and he said had to spend millions of dollars to, you know, clear his name.
Oh,
totally. She wouldn't do that though, because then they'd have to do discovery on her phone, and that would do the opposite of what she wants in this situation.
And maybe that's the case, but once again, there can be criminal intent. There can be criminal intent and criminal action in the smallest.
I mean, how many times is he interrupting her here?
Thing sometimes. So sometimes it's just not worth it, because even if she has some bad stuff on her, even if her reputation is, you know, damaged, a criminal record can be just as bad.
Our system is so,
and then the reputation of others involved
makes it feel,
because now all of a sudden you're a news source that you can't trust.
But she's not a news source. She's an artist. Maybe you should have done like your due diligence before you called her. Not to say that she's not a news source, but she goes into courtrooms and draws for, you know, does courtroom drawings. I mean, that's certainly part of. I'm not calling her a tourist by any means, but I really feel like maybe he should have researched Christina the way he researched, say, Gigi, because he said he researched Gigi.
Now you're considered a criminal, or you got a criminal lawsuit. Nobody wants to touch you, and all of a sudden you can't even get work.
Totally.
So, he doesn't know what to say.
I guess so. Is like I'm curious. Obviously, I'm curious about,
totally. I guess
I don't remember word for word what was said.
I wonder if totally is like Lauren when he was saying things she didn't want to hear, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I hear what you're saying." I wonder if this is Christina's. I hear what you're saying. Totally, I think it is.
In this conversation, you said you're recording it with your body cam footage.
Yep.
How do I file to get that?
You'd have to talk to probably records. I think I don't know. I mean, even to get copies of my notes. I mean, I can give you the incident number. I mean,
yeah. Could I get the
some of that stuff? Some of that stuff is redacted, so I don't know what you'll see and everything like that. So, I mean, but you gotta. I don't know if they do it online, because what they do is they charge $10 per copy now. So I don't know if there's a way to do it online, or if you need to show up in person. Since you're out of state, so I don't know how that.
And here he's trying to dissuade her from doing that, because like she's a true crimer. Like she goes everywhere. I mean, and she's a traveler too, because we know, I don't know where she was in the country. She was out of the country during the Boise incident. So I mean, I am positive that Christina is who Lauren wishes she could be, right?
It works. I just
is out there close to you guys. I can make a trip down one. So I just can ask. I could
what?
Have info grab it, I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you're not going to learn any more than what I just told you, really. So.
I mean, how I could.
Yeah, if you're ready
at this point, because the way I'm really impressed the way she handled this phone call. So.
The copy. I'll give you the incident number.
Yeah. What's the incident number?
That's a long ass phone number.
Also, I really appreciate what you said, and I just want to be clear. I did not mean. I don't want to insult. I did not mean to insult you by calling you a phone in game, because.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry about that one.
I was feeling bad where I was interrupting you. I was just wanting to make it clear that I was not meaning that as an insult to you as a person, because, like I said, I just want you to come move out here at this point.
I
Because
do wonder the razzing he's been getting about all of this. Like, I wonder what all the police officers have to say about this.
we need support people like police officers like you.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Long Klein really covers this? Then he's probably going to end up there. Oh, that would be so funny. That would be such justice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But is there any more questions you have for me? Like, happy to answer anything I possibly can.
No problem taking control of the situation. The questions she asks are reflective questions. Questions like the questions are like when you go to an interview, it's, you know, questions like at the very end, do you have anything you want to ask us? And you always have to have a question prepared, because if you have nothing, then it looks bad. You know, like she's really good at reflecting back and also getting him to answer questions.
Give you the incident number for today, if that, you know, because if you want the body cam from us talking, I guess. Today is.
I mean, is it different than the one you just gave me?
So the one I just gave you was from the other day, from when I spoke to Lauren originally.
Okay.
Because I know you're very concerned about that, right?
I just want everything in my records.
That's
Like,
fine.
I just, you know, like if you were me, I feel like you'd probably be the same. Just have everything in your records, stuff like this.
If I had no dirty part of, personally for me, if I did nothing, if I didn't copy any text messages or anything like that, I wouldn't care. But that's on you.
I 100% respect that, because if this was a normal person that we were dealing with, 1,000%.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know her as well, so that's fine. So,
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that you're in law enforcement, and if some case was opened up on you and you had a police officer calling you, I don't believe it.
So that's the incident number.
And if you are truly telling the truth, you're an idiot.
That's the incident number from the other day when I called multiple people and spoke to Lauren.
He's lying. He doesn't want her to get this information, I think. I mean, who wants this out on the internet?
It's HP is like Henderson Police, so it's you could put that in there, but the records they'll know.
Okay, awesome. And then quick question, what are you gonna tell Lauren we talked? Like, what do I, just out of curiosity?
I don't. No, I don't intend to call her. No.
I wonder if he did call her.
So
what do you think I should ask you? If I was me, what do you think I should ask you? I mean, if our roles were reversed, what would you, as a police officer, but with your knowledge, but as me, what do you think I should ask you? If I needed it, yeah.
Everything that I basically already told you. Why are you calling me? Why are we speaking? I already told you why I'm speaking. She had concerns of private text messages being shared that would hurt her reputation. Okay, did I not? You're saying you did not, right?
Yeah, 99% sure.
Okay, so therefore, that's all the information I have right now from you, is saying you did not do this. You did not copy text messages. You did not share text messages. So then the other part is, well, if by chance, you know, I did, which I didn't, but if by chance I did, what would be the repercussions? Well, in the state of Nevada, we have the law that says it's private conversation that you can't share it, right? Other than that, that's about it. Oh, and then the part that, you know, there could be civil liabilities. And we tell people this, like sometimes I'll reference when we go to domestic battery, right? Or excuse me, a family disturbance between a husband and wife. Sometimes it's just a bunch of yelling and emotions get caught up, and then we say, okay, cool. Hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with, you know, yelling at each other. Just let you know, neighbor heard, they got concerned. That's why we're here. Okay. So here's the thing. You guys are married. You got a domestic relationship in Nevada. Here's the battery laws. So make sure you don't push, throw, this, that, whatever. So we give fair warning of, if you pass these things, it'll be considered domestic battery, and that's a crime, you know. So therefore, we'll end up having to take somebody to jail. So we give the fair warning that this, and constitutes crime. So therefore, so that's my example. So same thing when I have conversations like this, you know, when there's kind of a question and answer kind of time frame, not a true investigation in a sense. It's like, well, okay, here's where we're at. If you were to pass these lines, here's the possibility. Well, if lines were to be passed, you could be, you a civil lawsuit be, put up against you by the other party. So there's basically the warning that I have for you.
Okay,
There's really not, there's really,
Yeah, no law, just warnings and intimidation tactics.
there's really nothing more to know.
No, totally. And you'll email me
Don't ask him to repeat himself, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because it came up right away on my first page when I looked it up a couple weeks ago. So I know I saw it. I don't know why I didn't make a full copy of it, but I will try to find that again.
Like when he asked Lauren and Grayson did they have these texts, and Lauren turns to Grayson, did you save it? Or the email, I mean, and Grayson turns to her, did you save it? Like, you would save this shit if you saw it.
And send it to you if I see it.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Sure, Jan.
Yeah, not a problem.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you for your time, and yeah,
she just,
if there's anything else I can do for you.
yeah, just the other persons I spoke to as well kind of had some of the same comments, where Lauren could be a better person, could keep her mouth shut maybe on certain things, and Lauren's possibly concerned about her reputation, which I get it. And they said they weren't involved with.
You get? He keeps saying he gets it, but I really want to know, what does he get? Do you get that it's wrong to do that bullshit, and that maybe this is the direct response of doing that, and that you can't control people and you can't arrest people for thought crimes? Because there's a lot of like, well, they're going to do this, but they haven't done it yet. And so that's like arresting people for thought crimes. You can't do that. We're not there yet. Looks like we're going maybe towards that way, but we're not there yet.
Certain things, like, it's okay, and it's what it is. So
Totally.
all right.
Totally.
I appreciate it. And again, if you need,
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but no.
need a chat with someone who might interrupt you, just call me.
No. I mean, I can understand.
People are going to be thinking about that for like a week now. Oh, I interrupted this officer. I feel so bad.
So here's the thing. We deal with people that are.
I just threatened his masculinity by saying he was a pawn and a dupe. And then I interrupted him when he was responding to that.
Usually very emotional about what's going on. So sometimes when our emotions are taken over, we, have diarrhea of the mouth and we keep on talking. So I do not.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, I do not take any. I can't take anything personal with this job. Are you kidding me? I got people bad mouthing me from the back seat. So.
I support the men in blue. So I just always want to, and I respect the men in blue, and I want to always show my respect, and that's why I got in my head for a second too of like, oh, I'm coming across disrespectful, and all I am very respectful of the police and what you guys do, and there's a lot of people who aren't, so I just needed to make sure that was clear.
Okay.
Cutie.
Well,
anyway, you have a great evening, and yeah, let me know if you need anything else.
All right, we'll do. Thanks.
All right, will do. I'll get that law to you. You gonna come over and say hi? The little bird is over on the mic. Do you want to stay hi? We'll take a moment and say hi. Say hi. You want to take a nappy? CPs? No, you don't want to talk. Okay, fine. Yeah, you are a cutie. So yeah, you want to talk when I want to talk. That's the problem. Yeah, I would say that too. So that was the police body cam. I got to tell you, that body cam just pisses me off. It just makes me so angry the way he treated Christina. And it just was so uncalled for. But I thought it was so interesting, him talking about the Proton account and being very surprised that Christina alluded to the fact that the Proton account The calls are coming from inside the house, right? What makes you think that they would send themselves those emails? Like, sir, the calls are coming from inside the house, period.
There's between some other parties, there was discussion of and a particular email that went out about some text messages that could be damning to her in a sense from her point of view.
Are you talking about the one Lauren sent herself? She sent it herself.
I just know that there were some text messages out there. She was concerned of being put out in the public.
Yes, but the email you referred to is an email that Lauren sent herself as well as others under a fake email address that was supposedly encrypted, but it was her.
Okay, well, I don't know how you came up with that, but yes, it was by the email, Proton email, which is used for encryption purposes. Why she would email herself that, I have no idea. Considering it went out to several people and she was extremely concerned about the situation.
Sir, she's trying to cover her own ass. She created this shitstorm, and you don't think that she wouldn't try to do something to make it look like somebody else is doing this? Like somebody's trying to target her? It's like perfect. It's perfect. The calls are coming from inside the house. I really believe this. Here we have the truth will come out. If you only knew, said hidden true crime, more like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light. You're trash talking Kate Woodcock and Heather Daybell and Gigi and Justin Lum and Nate Eaton and Ashley Banfield and Susan Hendricks and Rob Wood and Rachel Smith and Ray Hermosolo and on and on and on. All of them are BCC'd on this email, and your text messages will prove it. So the calls are coming from inside the building. For those that are speculating over here on Hidden True Crime, it was Lauren who sent the email. Can you please explain to me how it would have benefited her to be the one who sent the Proton email? It seems like she was freaking out about it. And Gigi said, and others even received screenshots showing that Lauren had said about them. But if they were already going to come out, it would behoove her to make it look like she was being attacked. And she was already formulating this story about Christina. She needed some backup. During the police body cam, they didn't have any proof to show them that day, right? So they needed to get something. So in my opinion, the Protons would be something. And it would be a way they could do it where it wouldn't be, they don't have to use their names. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm reaching with it, or are you guys agreeing with me on the Proton? Let me see what you guys are saying. Even if the texts are made public, it would fall under civil law. Cops will have no jurisdiction to intervene. There would be no possible way you could put into law that it's illegal to share screenshots, because so many people are doing it, just from state to state to country to, it's just not possible. Now, I'm sure if you shared, like, if there were photos, naked photos attached to that, then that can cross over into sharing porn and stuff like that. But none of that was happening. She wants to be the victim so bad, she'll do anything. They did it when they mailed all the letters from Reno. I'm on board. I explained in my post, why I do believe it's them. And there's plenty of evidence. I'm just not saying stuff to say it. No, I really do appreciate all of your hard work, Kylie. Actually, I use a lot of your stuff. And I appreciate it. Gigi stated her SS was received in May. Proton was later. When did the Proton come out, you guys? I don't actually know the exact date the Proton came out. You got me there. We do need to get a timeline together of the events. I did see somebody over on Reddit was actually, and somebody in my comments too was asking, like, what is the timeline on all of this? Like, can we? So I will try to here timeline of the facts. Can y'all please help me list all the things Lauren has done? It sounds like somebody's trying to get it together. This is why I appreciate this community so much. There's always, like, if somebody's good at organization, they're off doing that. You know, if somebody's good with presenting the stuff, they're doing that. And we're all giving each other credit for it. And I really do appreciate all that. So a timeline will be something that's we're gonna get for everybody so that we can all be on the same page with everything. So I thought we could go on and look at some more stuff. What's the Obsession is I went over on her channel and did a live with her one night on this, and and I know she's covering it, and she has some stuff on Lauren Matthias hidden new romper sorry. I don't know why I read rompers. New reports. And Lauren's investigative reporter career, and she got together some of Lauren's past investigative stuff, and I thought it would be fun to go over that. What else do I have? I have a few other things I wanted to look. There's a few other channels. Well, now we're just going to look at this one. Okay.
Hacking, copyright offenses, and all of them have been BS. During those body cam videos, we have heard a number of times Lauren proclaiming to law enforcement, I am a journalist. Well, here, why don't you listen for yourself?
To Arizona tomorrow. They're following us states. And you can say that these are public trials, but they're trial tourists. I do it for my work. I'm actually the breadwinner in my family with my husband. You know, I don't have a choice.
This has gone as far as news fiction and law and crime. So I'm a true crime reporter.
Okay.
Like Law and Crime and even News Nation are reaching out about my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. True crime is true. It's real.
It's really real. It's really true. It's really true stuff. Let me move it forward because she does get into there.
Oh, and hey, no worries. I'll explain the big potato.
I will put the links to everything we view down in the YouTube show notes if you want to watch the live or the videos or whatever in its entirety without my commentary. That's where you'll find it, in the YouTube show notes.
In just a minute.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I'm done with this track.
I'm gonna see if I thought she started. Yeah, there. I don't want to do the music.
It's so good. Final day, Eastern Idaho State Fair, and this is what Lauren Johnson has been.
I am shocked how different she looks. I am really shocked. Has anyone ever gone to a bacon festival? I'm from Michigan, and Royal Oak had a bacon festival where everything had bacon in it, and it was delicious.
Talking about this entire week, Yesterday, she stopped by for some chocolate-covered bacon. They didn't have it. She finally got it in today. What do you think?
It's so good.
So if you put that,
so good.
put it into words, verbalize, what does it taste like?
I don't know if that'd be appropriate. You've got everything you could ever imagine. You've got bacon, which is fat and salt, chocolate, which is sugar and cocoa. It's like all four universes put into one glorious creation.
And if people don't know Lauren Johnson very well, this is her happy face. It was a frowny face yesterday. Some people, think
You can make a happy face back in those days.
this can be really gross, but after they taste it, they're really surprised how good it really is.
Well, I heard about it. My friend said they have chocolate covered bacon. I said, "Oh, you're kidding." I said, "Oh, really?" And yeah. Oh, this is good.
Why did you decide to try it when you're walking by?
Because I like chocolate and I like bacon. So
I mean, she's a heavy hitter, Junie. She's a heavy hitting reporter, isn't she? She's like reporting on chocolate covered bacon. That's hard hitting.
why not?
That's a good point. And what do you think people are thinking as they walk by and see chocolate covered bacon?
She's a really real reporter. This is really real reporting right here.
Like, oh, that's a new taste. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should try it, or maybe I shouldn't.
So expectation wise, what do you think?
It makes me think what else I could put chocolate on.
What were the words that came out of your mouth?
Oh my, wow. I was expecting a little more bacon taste, but it's pretty good.
If you're in Michigan ever, there's one in Royal Oak every year. It seems to, I think it was in the spring. There's a lot of good festivals and stuff around the Royal Oak, Detroit area.
I'm glad I bought it and tried it. Definitely.
I'm kind of thinking that you're not really brave, Aaron. You're saying you love chocolate, you don't like bacon, and you're not trying it. But I think we ought to make you try it. See if, just like him, maybe you'll like bacon after you try chocolate-covered bacon.
All right.
Okay, we'll give it a whirl. One for Aaron Coons.
Name dropper.
It's okay, take your time. Explore the taste. Your taste buds are probably a little bit confused. Embrace it. Okay, tell me when you're ready to really tell me.
I can't even taste the bacon.
What?
Really?
It's really not that bad.
Not that bad. That's all you
It's
have.
like, really? You can't taste the bacon? Like, bacon is one of those foods that if you're going to put it in the dish, you're going to have a bacon dish. It's not going to be like one of those ingredients that will be denied, like peanut butter. Peanut butter is one of those things, and banana too. Like, if you're going to put those ingredients into the dish, it's going to be a peanut butter dish, or it's going to be a bacon dish, or it's going to be a banana dish. So they will not be denied. Although I was thinking the other day, sometimes people eat peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwiches. Which one of those three flavors wins? Which one comes up on top is the top flavor? Because those are all like competitive flavors. And she doesn't quite know how to answer it. What, baby? What can mommy do for the bug? Huh? Can you believe this? He's a little more active because I'm outraged. When I get outraged on things, he gets a little outraged too. What, baby? I love you. I love the buggy.
To say about chocolate covered bacon? Not that bad.
Okay, let me put it into words. It's like chewy chocolate.
I like it.
Like covered raisins, like chocolate covered raisins. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, please.
This bacon must not be good bacon.
Oh my goodness.
Roland and Michelle,
They're all like, and Lauren's like, ugh, to die for. I did see, I don't know what I was watching, something about her favorite food. Don't ask me how I got into her favorite food. And one of her favorite foods was a Marie Callender's eggplant frozen dinner. And I'm like, oh, well, that says a lot about your taste. Like, that's your favorite food, a Marie Callender's frozen eggplant dinner? And now she's just dying over this bacon, chocolate covered bacon that everyone's like, She also said that she liked Trader Joe's curry.
The secret life that does have the gem stay talking. A Treasure Valley woman producing porn in her own home. She reveals all about the underground world she's living.
She's getting a little more hard hitting here. We go from chocolate covered bacon to porn.
It's something they don't need to know for their protection and safety.
She doesn't want her face shown or her real name mentioned to prevent.
Look at her face. What is she? This looks like, we can tell here, this is the start of, I think, her Botox. Her face is looking a little different here.
Any bullying her kids might get at school, but that doesn't mean that Miss Kitty isn't proud of her adult film business.
I wait until the kids are away before I do anything dealing with my business, whether it be working on websites or...
She had an OnlyFans look there. I mean, she went from this to, well, that, and then this.
Something they don't need to know.
I get at school, but that life that does have the gem stay talking about the underground.
YouTube took out where you could just skip 5 seconds, 10 seconds faster, so it makes it a little harder.
They don't need to know for their protection and safety.
She doesn't want her.
Went to that. That has a very OnlyFans kind of look to it to me. I don't know. I'm very critical of Lauren. Once someone gets on my side, the side that's not the good side, it's very hard for me not to lean into my Gen X ways.
Face shown or her real name mentioned to prevent any bullying her kids might get at school, but that doesn't mean that Miss Kitty isn't proud of her adult film business.
I wait until the kids are away before I do anything dealing with my business, whether it be working on websites or filming.
So how did a single mother of 3 get into the porn business?
I was watching pornographic material with one of my significant others, and I was criticizing it the whole way through. It could be better if they would have done this. Oh, she should have done that instead. And they said, why don't you make your own if you think you can do so good? I said, I think I will. And that kind of stuck with me. It planted a seed, and before I knew it, I was asking someone to hold the camera.
Miss Kitty is in her 30s, lives in Caldwell, and she writes, produces, and directs all of her own films.
Let's move forward and see what else.
So I promised you I would explain the potato. Well, let's Lauren explain the potato because she is covering the Idaho potato drop. Take a listen.
I see she went back to more hard-hitting stuff.
Time to celebrate. Welcome 2015 and Happy New Year, Boise. With a brand new year comes a brand new start. 2014 is in the past. So how are we going to make the next 360?
Okay, this is 2014. What do you think? What Lauren do you think we're going to get? Which version is it? Just starting to Botox, heavily Botoxed? Where's Lauren at here?
55 days better than the last?
Do well in college.
That's a good start. Here are a few others.
Go to Europe again. I don't know. To find as many woolly bears as possible.
Huh?
Woolly bears.
What?
They're little caterpillars. They're really cute. Dye my hair blue. I think I'm going to try to travel more. I want to travel somewhere.
For me, it's working out.
Such hard-hitting stuff. She's a real reporter. I strive to be this kind of reporter.
And here's one I can get behind.
Eat a lot of tacos.
Who doesn't like tacos? And here's another.
Ooh, she's so quirky. She likes to eat a lot of tacos. She can get behind that.
It's also one of mine. If only I can learn to keep it.
Be healthy!
Maybe 2015 will be the year I actually follow through. Experts say the key to keeping goals is to make them realistic and reachable, and to take it one step at a time, or just dance.
She's had lots of experience.
And it helps if you tell other people your goals so that they can help keep you motivated. Sort of like this crowd.
Go Boise! Fry the potatoes!
The next report is about some Mormon mothers who are advocating for their children who are gay, which is not acceptable in the Mormon belief system. I'm going to do another video about a number of news segments she did on Mormon society and many that relate to.
We're going to be doing our own investigation on the Mormon issues. I just really feel like there is something Mormon behind all of hidden true crime, and you can't tell me otherwise. So we do have a live scheduled. I have it for next Thursday, but I'm not really sure the exact date we're going to do it. But I'm hoping to have a panel put together and invite some ex-Mormons. Hopefully Crusha will be joining us, and Amber from Into the Weeds, and Amy, who we introduced a few days ago, Amy Boston, True Crime Amy Boston. So be looking for that. Okay. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me move myself around. What do you guys think? Needed to end it with a little fun, watching Mormon stories. Lauren being a reporter, because she's for real. She's a real reporter, not a fake one. Also want to look at the connection possible. I'm hearing murmurings, a possible connection between HTC and Jody Hildebrandt. So we're gonna like include that in there. I stopped sharing my screen. Hold on, I need to reshare it. Well, I also saw that people are talking about Thrive events and Lauren Matthias, and Thrive, it was something. Well, let me show it to you. Let me show you and stop being lazy. I follow the Watts case. I cover the Watts case quite a bit, and it's like worlds are colliding a little bit. And that happens quite a bit in true crime. But Lauren Matthias and Thrive and Mormonism. Thrive was something that, or maybe this is something different. Unless Thrive, maybe, because that's not Thrive's logo. Might not be Laval Thrive. But anyway, we're going to take a look at that and more on the Mormon stories, and just more on the Mormonism. Because first of all, Mormonism fascinates me and kind of scares me at the same time, right? I think it's a cult. I think it's a lot like Scientology. So we're going to be working on those. I'm guessing Jerry was an innocent bystander. Thrive. I know. Isn't it weird? Like, I feel worlds are colliding. I feel like the worlds are colliding. If it was a crime to screenshot and share, we would all be, I know, we would all be locked up right now. Social media comes with a share option. Like, once you type it and you send it out there into the ethers, it's no longer a private situation, and you need to stop shit talking and not, you say whatever you want in screenshots, but in text, but just be prepared to say it to their face, right? Just be prepared. Obviously, our friend here, LGBTQ, is trending with ex-Mormon community. Okay. Apparently it's like not good to be gay in the Mormon. Well, I mean, it makes sense. There's some Christian factions that it's not okay either. So is Mormon Stories on the good side? Well, Mormon Stories interviewed Lauren. She was on Mormon Stories. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I looked and it's told me that only over 70% of you that are watching my videos, my last video on this wasn't subscribed. So subscribe if you like me. I would love to have you subscribe over on YouTube. I am trying to reach 10K by Christmas time. I don't know. Might be a lofty goal, but we're at 9,360. So, or maybe I should just move it by New Year's. Yeah, I'm going to move it to New Year's. Give myself a little more space. So by New Year's. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to all the new Dragonflies. We got so many new Dragonflies. Have you heard of our Dragonfly program over on YouTube? Here, let me show you a little something about the Dragonflies.
If you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly, and that's our membership, and it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you.
And speaking of Dragonflies, I just gifted some memberships. So welcome to all the new Dragonflies. Welcome to Kevin Ford, Lynn Tulsa, Harley Ryder, PJ1, and B the Rick's one. Welcome, guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much to thank you. No stupid. Okay, I keep moving my mic so it keeps shorting. But I like to hold my mic. I am a holder of the mic. I move a lot around because I have some connective tissue problems, and so I move around a lot, and so I like to keep the mic with me, and I can't because there's a short. But anyway, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you to all my Dragonflies. Thank you, Kim, for it really, really is appreciated, all that you do. And if nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love you guys so, so much. And this is my story. Bye, guys.
Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
Tonight, and it feels fine, feels fine. Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight. Here in the blue, I'm dancing and falling out, hoping for some time with you.